It's Monday, April 19th, 2021, and this is The Inbox with Greg Nibler. All right, hello everyone. Yes, this is The Inbox. Yes, I am Greg Nibler. Please hit follow, subscribe, share, all of that for Two Box Media. We have a lot to talk about in a short amount of time, so I want to get right into it and give you what I expect to be happening this week, what we think is going to be going on in the world of tech, and things that you can talk about with others maybe after we're done. Let's go straight to this, though, something we've talked about the last 3 episodes, and that is Apple with their spring-loaded event, the new hardware event, their spring one happening on April 20th. Depending on when you're watching this, this could have already happened or maybe afterward. If it already happened, let me know if you think my predictions are correct, because here's what I think we're going to get from this Apple event. Number one, definitely a new Apple iPad Pro, probably 2 different versions, one being an 11-inch, the other being a 12.9-inch version, and that 12.9-inch is rumored to have the mini LED screen on it, something that would be a first. However, there are delays on those screens manufacturing-wise, so even if they announce this one, it could be a limited supply at first, maybe even a delay before you can actually get your hands on them. But we think something with the iPad Pros. Also, perhaps an updated iPad mini, and maybe a lower-priced regular iPad, the entry-level iPad. Also, as far as the hardware side of things, an update most likely going to that M1 chip, something that Apple's pushing all of their products to. This could be a huge upgrade for them. We've seen some really good results of those in the laptops, so if they go into the iPads, it does make sense that that would kind of follow suit. All right, going from there, from the iPads, updates on those. Something else we think we'll probably get the Apple Airtags. These have long been rumored. Pretty much every event Apple has, it's like, are they going to have them? Will we see the Airtags? Probably we will see them at this event, and that's, if you don't know, it's kind of like their version of Tile, where you can track your products with them using the Apple and iOS ecosystem. So maybe those. Things that get a little bit iffier that we're not quite sure about, maybe an Apple TV 4K update. This is something that a lot of people have been wanting for a long, long time. So maybe this is when we finally get it. There's talk about a future version that would incorporate in a soundbar. So I don't know if we'll get that tomorrow, but maybe we'll get something with some more integration, say, into the HomePod Mini. Perhaps something more along the lines of maybe like an Amazon Fire TV Cube. Again, speculation on my part, but I could see that happening. If they're going to do an update to the Apple TV, I would think they'd have to incorporate something like that in just because of what the competition is doing. Also, maybe Apple AirPods. There is an update to those that's going to be coming along at some point. Possibly we'll get that tomorrow. More likely we'll get a tease for it. The Apple Pencil has been teased to have an upgrade, and that would kind of make sense given the fact that this event is called Spring Loaded. If you take a look at the graphic that they had, it's got some swirly lines being drawn over the campus right there, so that could be an indication that we could see some more augmented reality functions or an upgraded pencil that would work, say, with those new iPads. We'll have to see what it all is. Regardless, it'll be exciting, so let me know in the comments if I got it right, if I got it wrong, what you expect, what you want, what you wanted, depending on when you watch. Tell us there, whatever platform you are watching. Continuing on with trending news, we have to talk about the Mars helicopter, something that, if you know me, you know I've been very much looking forward to this. I could not be more excited to see this happen, and it finally did, and we have some amazing video from it. This is the Mars Ingenuity helicopter, part of the Perseverance rover, or rode along with the Perseverance rover for this trip to Mars. They dropped it off. It's been getting ready. It kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. It is an experiment, so it could have gone wrong, but it looks like it completely worked. So that is the actual helicopter right there. It flew up about 10 feet, lasted about 40 seconds in the air, and then came landing back down. The video was taken from the Perseverance rover. They had some images from the actual helicopter itself. This is the first time that a powered aircraft has flown on another planet, and it's no small feat. Despite the fact that the gravity of Mars is only about 38% of what Earth's is, the atmosphere is only about 1%, which means there's not much to get liftoff with that. So they were hoping that they would be able to do it, and they were able to do it. So this could be an indication of what's to come as we see more experiments go. Now that they've been successful with this, they've got about a month that they can run experiments. That's about the lifetime of what they expect Ingenuity to have. So we'll see what other kind of images we have, what other kind of tests are going to run it through. But the fact that they were successful with this is a huge, huge step, big accomplishment. And it means going forward in the future, we're going to see more and more of these on, I would guess, about every mission that we take. So this is a huge moment when it comes to powered flight. They even had a little piece of the Wright brothers aircraft on that to signify just how big of a moment this is. So pretty cool right there. Congratulations to everybody at NASA and JPL. All right. Something else. If you are a video game fan, and in particular, you're a fan of the Microsoft ecosystem, here's what you've got coming this week. Xbox has announced that the Xbox Cloud gaming service will be launching for iOS and PC. So this is a beta test. You do have to sign up and then hopefully they let you do it. But this is their whole push to be the Netflix for gaming. They're not the only ones with cloud gaming services, but certainly when you have the Microsoft and Xbox name behind it and that roster of games, that's pretty big. It's going to start off with about 100 games, it looks like. But you do have to be, just so you know, an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriber. That's how you get access to the Xbox Cloud Gaming, or xCloud, and it will require you to be invited. So you can sign up there, you can see if you can get access to start off with the beta program, but nonetheless, eventually that should be rolling out to everybody. Pretty cool. For that, we'll see if Microsoft can succeed where others have not in becoming this Netflix for gaming concept and bringing this to reality where you get to play all these games for one monthly fee. Could be pretty cool. You will need a Bluetooth controller or a USB connected controller to really utilize these, so make sure that you have that on hand if you are chosen. But still, that is where we are at with that. So something to look forward to for you Xbox fans out there. Two more things to make you aware of. Let's talk about some more hardware. We haven't had a lot of hardware for a while, so I feel like it's important to talk about it when it does come out. And I want to know what you think about this. This is coming out from Fitbit as they attempt to go into the luxury line of fitness trackers. So this is called Fitbit Luxe. And that is exactly what they are going for. They want to have something with a little more style to it. And they've got a lot of different bands. There's even a $200 special edition that you can pick up, but normally it's going to be $150. And with that, different ways you can change it out. The actual fitness band itself, the Luxe, will have an OLED color touchscreen. It's got all the different notifications that you would possibly want, texts, calls, emails, etc. You cannot reply to them on the band. It will have stress stats in that it can actually measure what your body temperature is to tell you if you're too stressed out. It's got all the standard things like a heart rate monitor, blood oxygen sensor when that comes out. That's still one of those coming soon features. It's got a gyroscope, an accelerometer, so most of the things that you would possibly want. It doesn't have GPS built in. You will need to have your phone nearby for that, but it is set up for swimming. So if you're doing a swimming workout, you should be okay on that end. But again, going for that kind of luxury side, is that something you'd be willing to pay more money for a Fitbit Luxe and Luxe or Luxe? Actually, I guess I'm not entirely sure how they're pronouncing that. I'll have to double check that. But nonetheless, Fitbit with this new brand of their luxury line. See, things happen fast. We want to get the news to you right away. But that's what we're looking at with that. Would you be willing to pay extra for something that looks a little bit classier? All right, final thing here today. Let's talk about entertainment because we do like to bring you what's happening in the world of streaming entertainment or movies, in particular the MCU. Why? Because I love the MCU. So this is what we got. The first trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Originally, this movie was going to be coming out in February of 2021. Like everything else, it got delayed. September is now the release date for this, and this is what it's going to look like. It looks pretty cool. So, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings follows along with this new phase of MCU. Shang-Chi is living in San Francisco. He gets called back by the Mandarin. The Mandarin, if you're not familiar with the comics, you may remember in Iron Man 3, the Mandarin showed up, but it was a fake Mandarin played by Ben Kingsley. This is the real Mandarin and played by Tommy Leung. So, it looks like this is going to be a pretty action-packed martial arts movie that brings that into the MCU in a bigger way, and I'm pretty excited for it because so far, pretty much every one of these movies has just been amazing, so I can only expect that this one will be too. That is coming in September. That's going to be after the Black Widow movie, which is July now, I believe. They keep pushing that one back. You got a Loki standalone series. You have the ending to The Falcon and the Winter Soldier still coming up. So a lot that's going to be coming out from Disney between now and then, but still cool to see the actual trailer of Shang-Chi. All right, and there you go. That's a quick wrap up of what's happening today, but I didn't even get to everything because there's so much this week. Things I want to remind you of. Coinbase is going fully public this week, and that is on Wednesday, I believe. So what's that going to do to cryptocurrency? Could we see a crash? Bitcoin's been kind of all over the board. Kind of took a little bit of a dip today. Maybe it's recovered. I don't know. We'll have to see. Whenever you're watching this, you probably know better than I. I do know that I'm happy I bought some Dogecoin because I bought that on a whim and it's doing all right now. But we've got that coming up this week, so a lot with cryptocurrency. We also have SpaceX with a launch. They're sending more people to space. That's happening. The second mission is happening on Thursday, so pay attention to that. It's going to be pretty cool. We've got 4 astronauts going up there to the International Space Station. And again, I talked fast because I want to get this to you quickly and efficiently to let you know what's going on. This is the Inbox with Greg Nibler. This is my show. We go live usually Mondays and Fridays is when we are going live. This one is not live due to a scheduling issue, so stay tuned though. We will be back live. But nonetheless, wanted to get you a show out every time. Please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody who watches these shows. Doing my best to promote it. If you think it should be somewhere else, let me know where. Want to share it? Please share it. Want to leave a comment? Leave a comment. Like something, don't like something? You can always email us, info@twoboxmedia.com. Hit me up on Twitter myself, or follow @twoboxmedia on Twitter also, or whatever platform. Thanks for watching. I'm Greg Nibler. I'll be back soon with another episode of The Inbox.